First of all, I'll be making a few forward-looking statements as we go through this, but First Mining Gold is a company with a portfolio, sort of mentioned it a few minutes ago up here, with six main assets, projects all in Canada at the resource stage. One of the largest undeveloped resource bases in Canada, 7.4 million ounces of gold in the measured and indicated category, 3.8 million inferred. And we're really focused on moving forward a couple of very significant projects through to some critical value milestones. SPRINGPOLE, which is about a 5 million ounce deposit located in northwestern Ontario. Great project. I'll touch on some of the economics there in a minute. And Goldlund, which we like to refer to as probably the best development opportunity in Canada that no one has ever heard of, located just off the highway between Dryden and Sioux Lookout in that same area of northwestern Ontario. So the rest of the portfolio we'll touch on as we go through here. As Keith had mentioned earlier, we are trading at a significant discount to our peers. This is a very attractive valuation and time to get into such an exceptional portfolio. And we've made some good changes to the team. I think we have the right team in place to be able to unlock value of some of these assets. And just the very quick highlights, trading at a market cap of about 130 million Canadian. The cash on hand, 8.4 was as of June 30th. No debt, 600-ish million shares outstanding, and pretty good trading volume. We trade usually in excess of 1 million shares a day on the TSX and about another 500 on the OTC. QX, covered by 4 analysts, and some of our big shareholders, First Majestic from kind of the original founding of the company. Management directors own 3.2%, including myself and Keith. The whole team owns some, but predominantly a big retail shareholder base of a lot of followers and backers of First Majestic who have been with us for 3 or 4 years as the company has evolved. So. This portfolio was put together as kind of a brainchild of Keith Neumeyer and some like-minded individuals in 2015. We all remember those days when the world had basically given up on gold projects. Well, they looked around and said, there's a number of really good projects that the companies and management have given up on. Let's raise some money in a public company and go put them into one vehicle with a concept of being, a mineral bank. We'll buy them, we'll hold them, gold price will go up, everyone will get rich. And they executed on the acquisitions of these portfolio companies pretty efficiently. So they bought 8 companies or projects inside about 12 months. And you can see here, it's the key takeaway on this slide is if you took from the moment that this portfolio was put together, it had a valuation of about $630 million. That's the market cap of the company after the last acquisition. You fast forward to today, where all that we've done is, let me think, put out 2 PEAs on a 5 million ounce gold project in one of the best places to build a mine in Canada. An extensive metallurgical test work program where we've increased the recoveries from this deposit by 10%. We've done 40,000 meters of infill drilling at our second deposit and put out a new resource. So just basically consistently taken risk out of this portfolio, out of these assets. And the gold price has gone up above $1,500 an ounce, and our market cap is trading at, about a quarter of where it was before we did any of the work on these assets. So the one thing I can say is we're advancing the fundamental value of these assets in this portfolio, and we're not in a market today where large cap companies are coming to buy development projects, but I will tell you we are heading into that market. If you look forward 5 years, the gold industry is going to be really scrambling to find projects that will allow them to replace their production. There are very few of those in good jurisdictions that can be developed, and we've got a number of them in this company. So we're very excited about that. attractive relative valuation. We really just kind of trade on an ounce in the ground, trading at about $8 an ounce. The average developer trades at 35. So as we like to say, it's a 4 times return just on reversion to the mean, not to mention the fact that in more robust markets, your developers end up getting bought at $100 an ounce. That was certainly the case in 06, 07. That was certainly the case in 2011. 2010, 2011, 2012. So we think there's a lot of upside from here on what is a really unique portfolio. So I'll touch very quickly on SPRINGPOLE. We put out an updated PEA on SPRINGPOLE a couple of weeks ago. What we're most excited about with this project is this is one of very few projects in the world with a capability to produce in excess of 400,000 ounces a year. And it's located in a place with exceptional infrastructure that you really can build a mine. So we think the strategic value of this asset is completely underappreciated by the market. After-tax NPV at $1,300 gold of $840 million, relative to our $130 million market cap. Pro-mining jurisdiction, and this is a project that's in the permitting process right now. So we expect to have approved terms of reference early in the new year for an environmental impact statement. And we will go very quickly from that to complete that environmental impact statement over the course of next year, take the project through pre-feasibility, and should be sitting, hopefully, early 2021, late 2020, with a couple of these very important milestones met, so that this project fundamentally goes through a permitting process from there, that we can hope to have it ready at the time when the industry really needs these projects. So I'm going to go through pretty quickly on the balance of this project because time is short. But listen, one of the big knocks against SPRINGPOLE is that the deposit lies under the bay of a lake, and the development plan means a couple of small cofferdams. These are less than a kilometer of dam. These dams are less than 5 meters deep. And, I think there's been 8 years of environmental baseline study and lots of engineering study around this. We think it's something that is absolutely achievable. And we have a 370-page environmental baseline report compiled over 7 years that says that we think that this is a project that can be permitted. So, but we appreciate that this gives people cause for concern. A lot of people won't believe it until we hand them the permit. So the only solution to that is we're going to do the work and ultimately hand them the permit. We talked a little bit about this, the PEA summary. I won't belabor that point. And again, SPRINGPOLE is a project that is capable in the main years of its mine life of producing in excess of 400,000 ounces a year. And the reality is the biggest mining companies in the world are not going to build 100,000 ounce a year mines when they're trying to replace their production profile. And we're coming into a point in the gold sector where there really is a dearth of projects with this kind of production capability. This just benchmarks SPRINGPOLE against some of the other projects that are producing or are there to be developed. You can see this is a big enough project to be meaningful to the largest gold producers in the world. We talked a little bit about the timeframes, but basically we're looking at submitting EIS and completing pre-feasibility the end of next year. Ontario, very reliable 18 to 24-month permitting timeframe. They've permitted 3 big open pit mines in Ontario in the last 3 years. So I think this looks very good. I'm getting very short on time, but I'll just touch on Goldlund. 800,000 ounces of indicated resource at almost 2 grams, another 875,000 ounces at 1.5 grams in probably the best place to build a mine in Canada. We get no value for this project in spite of the fact that we're drilling and we have drill results we put out a couple of weeks ago, 10 kilometers away from our main deposit that had 41 meters of 4 grams. So there's more of this coming. We're continuing to have drill results there. We think we're on to multiple deposits in this Goldlund project. So, and then the other 3 projects, which we never have time to talk about, but they're each 1 million ounces, great past producers, and I'll leave you to review those in your own time. Thanks very much.